who invented the laptop. The laptop computer revolutionized the way people work and travel nearly as much as the original computer did. Alan Kay, who worked for Xerox PARC, first created the concept for the laptop computer. He referred to it as the Dynabook. Xerox PARC did come up with a working model of the Xerox note-taker in 1976, but it was not available to the public. The first laptop computer available to the public was the Osborne 1. The Osborne Computer Corporation released this model in 1981. It cost $1,795 at the time of release. The screen was 5 inches long and the keyboard was in the lid of the computer. The screen of the EE netbook pictured here is not much bigger. It did not have a battery and was quite heavy. A portable battery was designed and available for purchase after its first release. Most of the early portable computers weighed about 25 pounds. Many of the early laptops were called luggables because they were so heavy. Since the Osborne 1, the laptop has changed over the years. Innovations to desktop computers eventually trickled down to laptops as well. The first laptop to be comfortably lap-sized was the Epson HX20, which became widely available in 1983. It was powered by batteries and included a small printer. Better batteries were able to reduce the weight of the computers. The current folding clamshell design was first used in 1982. Martin Cooper is the father of mobile phones. In 1972 his team began designing their cellular telephone. 3 months later they had created a working prototype. On April 3 they demonstrated the system in New York. Martin Cooper decided to make real demonstration by walking down to the street. He called his competitor at Bell Labs to gloat at having beat them. The sentence that he say was, "I'm calling you from a cell phone." A real handheld portable cell phone. The weight of this phone 2.5 pounds and the price was $3,995.
The first text message was sent in 1992 by Neil Power to his colleague Richard over the computer. In that time, Nelly was 22 years old and he was a software programmer from UK. The text was sent on 3rd December 1992 and the text was "Merry Christmas."
The World Wide Web, not to be confused with the World Wide Web, was the first browser ever created by W3C director Tim Berners-Lee, then renamed Nexus to differentiate from the actual World Wide Web. Unlike today, this was the only browser and the only way to access the web.
We are joking that Mr. Bean was made the first selfie in the wolf from the cartoon New Pogody, but the first selfie was made in 1839 by Robert Cornelius. The first selfie was made in 1839 by Robert. I forgot the surname.
Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom sends out an email on March 26th from the Royal Signals and Radar Establishment, RSRE, in Aldern as a part of a demonstration of networking technology. When was the first email sent, and who sent it? What was the first ad to ever run on a web page? How about the first picture uploaded to the internet? Here are 12 famous internet firsts that were monumental in shaping web history. The first email was sent by Ray Tomlinson to himself in 1971. The test messages were entirely forgettable. Most likely the first message was QWERTY or something similar. He said, the first domain name ever registered was symbolics.com on March 15, 1985. Now it serves as a historic site. The first website was dedicated to information about the World Wide Web and went live on August 6, 1991. The first picture ever uploaded on the web was posted by Tim Berners-Lee, inventor of the World Wide Web, on behalf of a comedy band called Les Horrible Cyrenaics. The first AOL instant message was sent by Ted Leonsis to his wife on January 6, 1993. It read, "Don't be scared, it is me. Love you and miss you." His wife replied, "Wow, this is so cool." Leonsis later became AOL's vice chairman. Joe Cambly ran the first banner ad ever online. It went live in October 1994 on hotwire.com, and it promoted 7 art museums, sponsored by AT&T. The first item sold on eBay, back then it was auction web, was a broken laser pointer for $14.83 in 1995. The man who bought it told founder Pierre Midier he collected broken laser pointers. The first book purchased on Amazon was Douglas Hofstadter's Fluid Concepts and Creative Analogies, Computer Models of the Fundamental Mechanisms of Thought in 1995. The first sentence uttered on Skype was in Estonian in April 2003 by a member of the development team. It was "Dear, Kazika you will bind?" or "Hello, can you hear me?" In English. Mark Zuckerberg was the first person on Facebook with ID number 4. The first 3 Facebook accounts were used for testing. The first non-founder to join Facebook was Ari Hassett, below, who is now in Israel studying to be a rabbi. The first YouTube video posted was posted by co-founder Jod Karim at the San Diego Zoo. It was uploaded on April 23, 2005 and has been watched nearly 10 million times. The first tweet was written by co-founder Jack Dorsey on March 21, 2006.
Who is Ilka? Ilka was a dog that go into the space. Where did she come from? She comes from Russia, Moscow. Why was she? It's so famous. She became very famous because she was the first dog that go into the space and orbit the Earth. She launched the Sputnik 2 in November of 1957. How did she die? She died in the space 4 hours later after the launch of the Sputnik 2 because the Sputnik 2 had an overheating. What happened to Ilka? The Sputnik 2 re-entered Earth's atmosphere 5 months later, and Ilka burned up in a blaze of glory.